defensive coordinator, lead the league in several categories over the first 4 games. 3rd down and 6. Goff has running room. Goff.
Hey, beloved Lions fans. It's time to break down some of the most important takeaways from this week's press conferences with our coordinators. We've got plenty to analyze, from Jack Campbell's snap count to how we're handling kickoffs, and everything in between. We'll discuss insights from Aaron Glenn, Ben Johnson, and Dave Fipp as we gear up for Week 2. But before we dive in, make sure to drop a like on Lions Roar News Center if you believe the Lions will win the next game. I fully believe it, and Dan Campbell gave me that confidence. Starting with defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn, one of the surprises from Week 1 was seeing Jack Campbell, our first-round pick, playing just 56% of the snaps. Glenn explained that this is all part of the plan. He emphasized that we have different packages for different players, and they all deserve to play. It's really about rotation, and they're still confident in guys like Malcolm Rodriguez and Derek Barnes. Campbell's performance was solid, but Glenn's comments make it clear he's thinking long-term, ensuring all key defenders get the right balance of snaps. So, Lions fans, do you think Campbell should be on the field more? Now, let's talk about what happened with the Rams' short passing game. Glenn explained that the defense executed its plan, forcing the Rams to play a more careful game and avoiding deep shots. This is classic Bill Belichick strategy, making the opponent play left-handed, as Glenn put it. But let's be honest, those short passes almost killed us. Glenn admitted that the zone coverage wasn't tight enough, and they're working on it. It'll be something to keep an eye on moving forward. What do you think? Was it a good strategy, or should the Lions have adjusted more aggressively? Speaking of defense, Terry Arnold's penalties raised some eyebrows, but Glenn isn't concerned. Arnold's physicality and aggression are exactly what you want in a young cornerback, but he's learning that NFL refs don't give him the same leeway he had in college. Glenn said they're working on technical details like hand placement and when to turn his head, but he's not going to tell the player to be less aggressive. I like that approach. How about you? Should they let him play his style or rein him in a bit more? Shifting to the offense, coordinator Ben Johnson didn't mince words. The Week 1 performance wasn't up to par. He called it disappointing but stressed that this is just the beginning. The team knows they can play better, especially on 3rd downs, where they went 6 for 13. Johnson didn't dive into scheme specifics but said it's more about how they play and their identity. That's encouraging, but we need to see results. Do you think the offense can bounce back quickly, or are you concerned after Week 1? One of the most exciting things Johnson mentioned was the versatility of this offense. He said we've got speed on the edges, speed in the backfield, super athletic tight ends, a dangerous combo. He's confident this offense can adapt to any defensive scheme, whether it's running the ball or attacking through the air. That's exactly what we want to hear, right? The Rams couldn't stop the run, so we focused on that. It'll be interesting to see how the Buccaneers handle us this week. What do you think? Should we lean more into the run game or air it out? Now, on to special teams. Dave Fipp praised kicker Jake Bates, who's been perfect so far, hitting 4 for 4 field goals. Fipp said Bates has the right mentality for those high-pressure moments and that the more pressure there is, the calmer he gets. That's exactly what you want in a kicker, especially in tight games. Fipp also hinted that Bates' straight-line kickoff might have been a misexecution, but the job got done. As for why Jack Fox isn't handling kickoffs, Fipp explained that he prefers to let the kicker do it since it's more like a field goal than a punt. Fox has a big leg, but so does Bates, and Fipp trusts him for now. What do you think? Agree with that call, or should Fox get more chances? All right, Lions Nation, that's all for this week's coordinator pressers. There's a lot in motion here, but it's clear the coaching staff is making adjustments and focusing on the long term. What do you think of the decisions being made, especially around Jack Campbell's snap count and the overall offensive strategy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And we've got some breaking news. Just closed. Haason Reddick joining the Lions. Big news from the Lions. I'll leave the link to the video in the description. See you next time.